What is up, guys? Welcome back. Today's a very exciting video. We are going to be finally playing with and reviewing and wear testing the new Lisa Eldridge foundation. I had just about no context on this release because everything has just been crazy in my life lately. Like, just the amount of things coming out, the amount of videos that I've had planned, just everything on my plate because of the holidays. I basically just had this in my periphery and a bunch of you guys messaged me about it and it came up on my Instagram. It was like, it's live, you know, it was in my inbox and I was like, okay. And I just happened to guess at my shade and I got it the day that it came out. Like, I didn't know what the finish was supposed to be. I didn't know what the claims were supposed to be. So we will go over those together in this video. But this is the Lisa Eldridge Seamelss Skin Foundation and I went with shade 3. So that, I mean, honestly, that's a packaging junkie's dream, isn't it? It's glass, it's frosted, it's heavy, it's a pump, and kind of like a perfume bottle or something. When it sits down on your table or your vanity or whatever, it doesn't sit like this, it sits like this. That's the flat side. So, I mean, come on, that's a work of art, you know? So, as I've been wearing this for, I don't know, a week or so, I've done a lot of looks with it. You know, I've been trying it with a very light face of makeup or like my equivalent of like a full beat. And I've noticed that this has become a topic of conversation among all of my no makeup creator community. I mean, everybody kind of bought this all at once. Everybody's messaging me and just being like, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? So I've gotten a lot of input from people who have who wear their makeup differently than I do and things like that too. So the thing that I noticed first about this was that maybe not right when it goes on, but the way that it wears reminds me a lot of the Chantecaille Future Skin Gel Foundation. And if you are familiar with my relationship with this foundation, you know that that is really high praise. I mean, I think this foundation hung the moon. As I typically award one foundation my foundation of the year, this one has been sitting in the top rank all year for me, and it is also the one that I have really made my way most of the way through. I cannot remember the last time I finished a foundation, and this one I will finish. So I decided it would be a good experiment, not just for you guys, but also for my own personal education, to do a good old-fashioned side-by-side wear test of the two. And that is what I'm in the middle of doing right now. I went ahead so that I could get the longest possible wear time on this in a day for you guys. I woke up crack of dawn today and I already filmed the application. So I'll get into that in a second. I will talk about my experience with it. We'll talk about the release itself, the Lisa Eldridge release, and then we'll get into the nuances of the differences between the products, pricing, and everything like that. Move into the wear test and I'll close with my final thoughts. But first, I have an exciting announcement, and it is yet again time for the very, very exciting Black Friday festival from Good Molecules. And Good Molecules have been kind enough to sponsor this portion of my video. If you've been with me for a few years, you know that Good Molecules is no stranger to my channel. They are absolutely my favorite affordable skincare company. And it's not just that they are affordable, they're super, super transparent. So actually they show their nothing to hide ingredient list for every product, not just the ingredients, but also the proportions of the ingredients so you can see how much of the actives are in there and things like that. Your skincare routine does not have to be expensive to be effective. So I'm gonna share with you guys a few of my favorite products from them, and then we will get into the details of the Black Friday festival. So first, we have one of my absolute favorite products that, I mean, I have almost worked my way through this entire bottle. I think this is my second bottle of it since it came out. This is the Pineapple Exfoliating Powder, formulated with fruit enzymes, vitamin C, and rice powder to soften, brighten, and gently exfoliate. And when you add water to it, you rub it between your hands. You can rub it until it turns into a foamy milk and just cleanse your face that way, and the enzymes will do their work. But I like to use it with a little bit more grit to it because I am an actives junkie, especially retinol. I love retinol. I need a little bit of help kind of regenerating, sloughing off a little bit of that like itchy dead skin first thing in the morning, especially like so that my makeup goes on a little bit smoother. I don't do it every single day, but like, you know, when you've hit capacity and your skin's looking kind of dull, this is incredible. And it feels incredible, man. You put that on, you're just like rubbing your face, you're like, Oh yeah, like I feel that working, and it's not like microcrystals or something where it's, it's like, abrading your skin or something. It's so gentle. I love the adaptability of it, and it's just so refreshing. The next is and I've talked about this quite a bit lately, the Rose Water Cleansing Gel. It is a really, really, really super duper gentle cleanser. It's a really good second step in your double cleanse. I do also use their cleansing balm. It's the only one that I've found that's super effective but doesn't hurt my eyes. That's huge. This also won't hurt your eyes, and it also won't disturb your moisture barrier. It's a lovely gel texture, and there's no like added fragrances to any of this stuff. It's just the ingredients that make it work. And if you are very prone, especially as it gets into the cooler months, if your skin's prone to getting a little bit dry and stripped, this is a top shelf favorite gentle cleanser for me. And finally, it was hard to pick just 3, but this is in my top 3. This is the Bakuchiol Oil Blend for dry skin. Their oils are incredible, but this one is absolutely my favorite. It's so effective. So like when I use something like the exfoliating powder, oh my goodness, you use that on your face and then you put your moisturizer on and everything. This is the seal the deal of your moisture cocoon. And it's specifically formulated for dry skin. It says formulated to improve appearance of fine lines and skin firmness. It works beautifully. So you probably also see this big beautiful thing back here, right? This is definitely not here for all of my videos. This is their skincare fridge, and they have just started doing this last year and they're doing it again this year. It is an amazing doorbuster where certain times of the sale, I'll go into the details in a second, this is $15 with your purchase. So let's go ahead and jump into the details of this Black Friday festival, shall we? It starts on Thanksgiving Day on the 25th, and it lasts for 5 days, and they use this as an opportunity as they are expanding the Good Molecules family around the world to also honor the art and talent of the places they're expanding to. And so this year they are honoring the art and music of Mexico. And their products are already really affordable, but this is one of the only times during the year that they actually discount their products. Okay, so here are the nitty-gritty details. It says the Black Friday Festival exclusive drop is the $15 mini fridge, which is typically $60, and that will be an exclusive for the Black Friday Festival. There's a limited stock, and it will drop on Thursday, Friday, and Monday. So I think you need to stay tuned in order to see kind of the timings of the drops. So make sure that you are like subscribed to their emails and stuff like that. And there will be a new product launch. It is the Hyaluronic Acid Boosting Essence that will be launched during the Black Friday Festival. And there will be free gifts with purchase on the weekend. So you guys can check out my description box for the link and all of the details so that you can refer back to that. I hope you guys check them out. They are such a phenomenal company, potent ingredients, beautiful products, things that are actually effective and super affordable. So let's go ahead and jump into the rest of the video. All right, so let's start with the application video from earlier today. This was at 8 a.m. It's now a little bit after noon. So we are like halfway through the wear test at this point. And I will tell you that on application, these do not look super similar, mainly because the Chantecaille goes on so dewy and it stays dewy for a minute. But when they dry down, they do look very similar. They do have similar coverage, Lisa Eldridge being a little bit more easy to build, but again, almost negligibly so. I feel like you could get enough coverage if you just powdered or added concealer or anything like that. That said, I did use concealer today, but I tried to be so minimal with the extra coverage as far as powder and concealer on top of the complexion products that we're testing today. I only went underneath my eyes and underneath my nose where I have melasma because I wanted the complexion products to be the star of the show today. So other than that, I just used the Hindash palette on my eyes. I used some Gucci bronzer, a little tiny bit of my contour from Patrick Ta, some blush from Tom Ford, and then I went in with the Cheek Heat from Maybelline on top to give it that really beautiful dewiness on my cheeks. And I did powder just a touch with the Kosas to set underneath my nose and underneath my eyes. And I did use a tiny bit of the Hourglass Veil setting mist on my skin just for the powdered portions. So here you can see the close-ups of each side. I did the Lisa Eldridge on the left and I did the Chantecaille on the right. Bars, what can I say? So yeah. we are now about halfway in, and I will show you guys, we will consider this a check-in, okay? So, I'm gonna get really close here. You can see that things are starting to break up around my chin, and that is on both sides. It is retinol chaos. That's what that is. It's because I have been going in with the actives kind of around this area and it's peeling basically. And there's only so much you can do to mitigate that, and it's gonna happen throughout the day regardless. And so that's no fault of the makeup at all, because obviously it's happening on both sides. We're looking at a very smoothed whole surface on the Lisa Eldridge side, and we're gonna see more pores on the Chantecaille side. The Chantecaille I've always loved because it does give me this beautiful, like hydrated all day skin-like appearance. And the Lisa Eldridge I would say is better than skin. It's giving me something that's more smooth, more blurred, and maybe higher fidelity in terms of the dewiness. So let's take a look here at the claims and the pricing and everything like that on the Lisa Eldridge foundation. Again, I got the shade 3 and I wanted to show this to you guys. One of the biggest things that I noticed talking to a lot of my fellow creators about this was that everybody I know ordered a different shade, and everybody I know was over the moon pleased by it. This is a very large shade range, and it apparently is for the people I have talked to, okay, which only span, you know, probably like 5 or 6 different shades, skin tone shades. This has seemed to be a very informed shade range as far as undertones are concerned, and her shade matching has been very effective online, because there are people who have told me I did not know that I was olive complected until I tried her light olive undertoned foundation, things like that. Like, the woman apparently has an unbelievable understanding. I mean, you wouldn't doubt it, right? But an incredible understanding of undertones and nuance when it comes to skin tone values. So I'm very, very impressed with that. I also think that it is as self-adjusting as something like this could be. It is quite adjusting, because I mean, I can't be that different from some of the people who ordered like 7 and 10. Like Shelby, I think, ordered like 10 or something, and she's like, it was great. And I'm like, okie dokie. Like, you know, there has to be some intelligence built into the shades if I'm a 3 and she's a 10. I will also swatch next to that the Chantecaille, because you're gonna see that the biggest difference is right there on initial application. So Chantecaille, of course, also has a lousier shade range. It's not terrible, but it's also just not as huge. And so I do, in order to get it light enough, I do have to go with something that is a little bit pinker in undertone. And so it looks really nice on my hand, but my face has different needs than the back of my hand. So I find that the yellow in the Lisa Eldridge works just as well as that kind of pink leaning neutral in aura from Chantecaille. So let's go on the Lisa Eldridge website and we can all learn about this foundation, because like I said, I'm so swamped. I literally just hit add to cart and bought it, and I love it. And other than that, like, I know nothing about it. And also, if you are new to my channel, this is my first video, especially my first Lisa Eldridge video that you're watching, I will say, I have not always been a fan of every one of her releases. I did like her blush. Probably should have used her blush today. But I didn't think about it. I had only had 1 cup of coffee at that point. And her gloss embrace has not always impressed me, but that is also because I was not aware of how she caters to other skin tones with the depth and intensity of her shades. And so I ordered, like, quote unquote, the wrong shades for me in the beginning. So that was also my fault. So the foundation says, this intelligently in my glasses. I need my glasses. This intelligently formulated skin-friendly foundation has a customizable medium coverage that can be dialed up or down. Self-setting, which we love to hear, because that means that I can wear it with cream products or powder products or whatever. I will say, when I put my bronzer on initially, it did catch a little bit on this side, so be careful. It might be self-setting, but it did take a minute. Self-setting, it blends effortlessly to smooth and unify skin with a noticeable soft focus effect. The formula contains a natural mesh-like ingredient which completely fuses with the skin after blending. The final finish is neither dewy nor flat matte, but something skin-like and in between, which is why I felt that they were comparable. They obviously are not exactly the same, but I did feel like it was worth comparing because there are going to be people who, especially for this price point, it is $61, the Chantecaille is $79. I think in a lot of cases that's the same customer, and they're probably going to want to know which one they should go with instead of both. Best applied sparingly in thin layers. So that's what I tried to do today. Start by smoothing a small amount into the skin, build your desired level of enhanced perfection. It can also be used just for concealing and correcting small areas of the face. If you've never watched her pinpoint concealing videos, I learned so much from her. Fragrance, alcohol, and talc free, suitable for sensitive skin. Available in 40 shades. My new foundation comes in 40 different skin shades ranging from light, light medium, medium, medium deep, and deep skin tones. Each shade has a specific undertones that help complement your natural skin tone. And you know what? I feel like every makeup line thinks that they do that because that's just a very high level statement, right? We got shades and they're meant to go with your undertones, but like this is just informed, at least as far as I can tell from the people I've talked to. Okay, so key active ingredients. One of the things that you're really paying for when you're talking about something that's expensive is, you know, hopefully it has benefits to your skin. That's one of the things that I love about the Chantecaille and why I don't feel any kind of like, you know, creeping guilt when I talk about it, is because I know that if my skin is in trouble, that's the foundation that I can wear because it is skincare and my skin really, really likes it. So she points to hydration, elasticizing, antioxidants, and skin tightening. Oxygeskin, I don't know if I said that right. Oxygeskin? Oxygen skin, portmanteau, a natural active ingredient derived from the nasturtium flower. This plant-derived biotech has been shown to boost oxygen levels in the skin to ensure a healthy glow day after day. In addition, it helps to strengthen the skin's barrier, boost hydration, and smooth the skin. Uji tea extract, derived from Uji green tea leaves from Kyoto and renowned for its health-giving properties. Highly concentrated in antioxidants, and you know, if you don't know what an antioxidant is, it is something that is supposed to be anti-aging. That's the whole thing. We are all oxidized when we are all rotting, and it's supposed to help preserve us. This Japanese green tea extract helps stimulate the skin's own defense system to protect from free radical damage, thus reducing inflammation and premature aging. Filmexil. First one and this one are registered trademarks, so I'm assuming that they are proprietary. A brilliantly clever biopolymer network that forms a resistant and flexible mesh on the skin. 3 minutes after application, the biopolymer sets. There we go. Khaki. Yeah, I think I probably didn't wait long enough before I put that bronzer on, so it caught a little bit. Delivering a subtle lifting, tightening, and smoothing effect, it also acts as a natural barrier against pollutants and irritants in the atmosphere whilst helping the foundation to really fuse with the skin for a skin-like finish. This ingredient is also present in the Seamelss Skin Elevated Glow Highlighter to ensure that both products work and blend together in synergy. It has glycerin in it. That's a big one. Glycerin is what makes most, the ones that I like at least, setting mists do what they do. So it melts your makeup a little bit, but it also smooths it, and glycerin is just, it makes it flexible and it makes it long wearing, because that means that like if you bend, maybe if you're not as Botoxed as I am, and where things tend to gather, it will gather less because it has its own kind of like recovery system because glycerin is so bouncy. Bamboo stem extract, all natural, ultra fine bamboo stem extract that is naturally rich in silica. It helps absorb any excess perspiration and sebum to give fresh, soft finish without drying the skin. Cruelty-free product is vegan and alcohol-free, free of parabens, talc, fragrance, essential oils, nylon 12, microplastics, SPF D6 and D5. Love to hear it. It's just a lot of things that typically are deal breakers for people who might otherwise love a foundation formula. So I want to know what all of the ingredients are. Yes, okay. Water is the first ingredient, and then the second one is dimethicone, and then we have methyl trimethicone, and then you have a silicosyl salicylate, and then another dimethicone, and then another dimethicone, and then a cross polymer, and then another dimethicone. This is very, very much relying on the smoothing qualities of both glycerin and silicones. So you're getting that beautiful blurred effect. You also get a really lightweight wear on the skin. It does not feel heavy at all. And also that's the self-setting property, that and the silica. I say self-leveling as well. That's the blurring quality, but also, you know, you can play on top of it with a little bit of like powder and cream and things like that. And it has a lot more like fidelity to it. I have no idea how the Chantecaille works. I don't know. They must have some kind of fancy waxes in there or something, because I'm pretty darn sure there's no silicones in the Chantecaille. So ingredients on the Chantecaille. Oh, what am I talking about? They have dimethicone in the Chantecaille too. I'm really glad that I checked. Okay, so water, cyclopentasiloxane, titanium dioxide, PEG, dimethicone, dimethicone, dimethicone. Yep. Dimethicone. Lots of dimethicone in that one too. So there you go. We all learned something today, didn't we? Oh boy. All right. So yeah, that one's $79, and in each one you get an ounce. Chantecaille does come in plastic, which is a little bit surprising, but the Lisa Eldridge one, I mean, you know, this is like excuse, if you will. So yes, there are still hours left in the wear test. And I rarely join you guys this far into a wear test to actually do the intro to the video. But I feel prepared to say that my personal preference is gonna be the Lisa Eldridge, because now that I know that there's dimethicone in the Chantecaille too, which my skin doesn't hate either one, but that like the skincare benefits are arguably neutral, you know, they just kind of cancel each other out. And I mean, I'm not a chemist, I don't know that for sure, but like, I like the appearance of this better. I would say on my arbitrary scale of coverage, the Chantecaille is like a 6. Like it probably is like a 6 right when you put it on, and you might be able to build it to a 6.5, but it's not super, super buildable. I would say that the Lisa Eldridge starts at a 6.5, and you can probably get it up to like maybe an 8. But it does blur directly into the rest of my complexion. Like she says, you can just use it to spot conceal or use it as like, you know, a concealer type thing, because it is skin finish enough for that. I just happen to like the finish better. I mean, it's the exact same face of makeup with the exception of the foundations, and I just love this dewiness here. And it's not tacky dewy at all, neither of them is, but this just looks so much flatter. And like the fidelity of the rest of the makeup too, it's just not giving me that like improved look over here. And I've always really liked it, but now that I see this against it, I prefer it. I prefer it, especially for my slightly pigmented skin, even as I am going ham sandwich on retinols lately. I just need that little extra bit of blurring and coverage and stuff. And so, yeah, I would say that so far, the Lisa Eldridge is winning. And while it is quite expensive, quite spendy, I feel like you're getting more for your money, because not more product, but you're getting like more of a luxury experience. And I like the appearance of it better, but it is a preference thing. So I'm going to live the rest of my day, you know, the next couple hours, next few hours, and I will come back with my final thoughts on our face-off, our foundation face-off today. But I only have mild reservations in projecting the results here, and that would be that I think we have a new top shelf contender for foundation of the year. So I will see you guys in a few hours. Hey guys, I'm losing my light because it's so late in the day, but it is the end of my day and I wanted to share the final check-in with you guys and final thoughts in a way that you could actually see. And natural light with my vlogging camera is gonna show you the most excruciating detail. So, right is Chantecaille. So this is my right, and there's the Chantecaille. That is end of the day. You know, we have lost my nose. We've lost my entire nose. We've lost the makeup on my nose on both sides because I wear glasses all day. And that, of course, is what it is on both sides. That's just my skin's texture. But the main thing that I notice here is that the blush has really stuck around better on this side, and the blurring is just so flattering on the Lisa Eldridge side. And I don't think either of them is bad, you know? These are definitely not claiming to be, you know, long wear, lock it down, bulletproof, matte finish, full coverage foundations. They are meant to be everyday wear, look like skin, look as good in person as they do on camera, probably even better in person than they do on camera, to be honest. And I think that the main thing that I notice is just, even as I'm dealing with the dry skin and the cold weather, this side still looks so hydrated. It looks so plump. And I just like being able to count on my makeup in that respect. So while it is surprising to me that it is such an easy decision, man, we got a winner. Lisa Eldridge is like blowing my mind, guys, and for it to beat out my favorite foundation that I would have, that would have been a hill I died on, like, you know, a couple of weeks ago. This is it, guys. The Lisa Eldridge is my new favorite everyday foundation. So you guys know, I don't just say those things lightly. That's pretty freaking impressive. And the fact that it is in more beautiful packaging, and it is almost $20 cheaper, $17 cheaper. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and thank you to Good Molecules for letting me be part of their happy fun announcement again this year. I hope you guys will check out the link below. Thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy this, give it a thumbs up. If you want to keep hanging out with me on this channel, hit the button down below and subscribe. I would love it if you guys did. Thank you so much for watching, for hanging out with me today, guys. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.